Hey, happy Thrive Thursday, Success and Fulfillment Circle family. I am so excited for the opportunity to be here with you on another Thursday. And I know that what we are going to talk about today is something that can and will positively impact you and your levels of business. So let's go ahead and just kick it off. Um, so today we are talking about the why and the how on testimonials. Now, all of us have spoken about testimonials or reviews and things like that before in different contexts. But I really want to dive into, like I said, really the why and the how on those. So in that, I am going to review a few things that I had gotten from some of the Marie Forleo B School training I had done, which outlines 6 power questions to get you some fantastic testimonials, and then also some of the do's and don'ts on those fantastic testimonials. So we'll go ahead and start off though with the why. So why are testimonials so important? Why do we even want testimonials? Well, this creates social proof, right, of your product or service, as we talk about. And that social proof really, it is actually 10 times more powerful and persuasive than what you would actually say about yourself if somebody else is to say that about you, whether that is in reviews or just the old fashioned word of mouth. And something that I found really, really interesting is that humans actually have something called mirror neurons that influence our behavior to look around and do what other people are doing. So that would be part of the reason that we do like to look around and just see, is this something that would work for me or someone like me? Let me see if I can get that social proof, right? So really, you can leverage this, as we know this already, leveraging this to be able to use more of those testimonials to really feed into the snowball effect of even more happy customers and clients. So again, and this is also a perfect vehicle for you to use to really overcome any objections that might come up too, because any objections that you have, which we've done videos on before on those different types of objections, but if you are faced with that, with any potential new customers and clients, they're actually going to be able to look at those testimonials, and that might actually help them overcome that by reading these other reviews and testimonials from people who have actually faced similar situations or might be in similar circumstances. And this will kind of help with that. And really, the power of this is completely in your hands. That's what I think is so exciting and so empowering about it. And it really starts with your customers way before they even purchase any kind of service with you. This is really like the first touch point with them of looking at if you're somebody that they would like to work with, or if you're aligned with what they need out of this level of service. So really, our goal in our business is not just to do what we say we're going to do. Our goal is to really go above and beyond that. Our goal is to create outstanding customer experiences even further than just that general service. Each of you is looking for next level success and fulfillment in your life and business. And these are the ways that you do that, because if you are focused on, again, not just focused on getting a good testimonial, that comes through above and beyond service that you do want to be able to share, right? And so you can do this, that over and above levels of service, like adding those little fun extra things, can just be even small things, all the way down to like a follow-up thank you card, or an unexpected little video from you, or even a small little bonus gift or things like that. And, really one thing that I found that was a really fun mantra that we use a lot in the B School that I'm a part of is, how would you behave if you were the best in the world at what you do? And if you can really embody that mantra in everything that you do, the testimonials will just flow once you do ask them. And again, at the end of this video, I'm going to go ahead and share those 6 questions that you can ask as kind of like a jumping off point for you to be able to start with that, because again, you have to ask the questions to get the responses. But when you've already had that mantra of, how you'd behave if you were the best in the world at what you do, that's where you are going to receive those positive testimonials and feedback. You're going to have customers and clients wanting to share that feedback with you. So, when we're looking at, so that's really a lot of the why, but when we're looking at best practices for getting those testimonials, a lot of people kind of question the timing. So, like, when should I be asking for these testimonials? What's the best time? And really, the best time is during the experience of when they're using your services, or immediately afterwards, because you really want to get that fresh energy, that insight of them having just used your services, and that enthusiasm that they have from immediately having just used your services. So this can be through a few ways. You can do this through an automated email that goes out after you've just closed on something with them. This can be like a survey that you do. Again, I'm going to share some questions later, but you can do surveys in a bunch of different formats. That can be like Google Forms. It can be SurveyMonkey is another one that I've heard of quite a few times. And also, you can also go the old-fashioned route, which is actually a great opportunity of just giving clients and customers a call. Obviously, letting them know in advance that this is something that you would like to go ahead and record. You can do this in a multitude of different ways, and we can chat more about that if you have additional questions. But asking if you can record a phone call with them also gives you additional benefits of being able to ask follow-up questions as well, and you can really dive a little bit deeper and kind of pull out additional benefits that you might not have gotten from those kind of generic questions in a survey, right? And obviously, like I said, just letting them know that that call is recorded as well. So, but really, my main point in all of that, whatever way it is that you are going to ask them, the main point is you just have to ask. You just need to make a point of asking immediately after or during the time of them utilizing your services. So it's just really pushing yourself to make sure you do that, because you've got to understand the importance of that. And we can't let it fall by the wayside and wait too long to be able to do that. So I will go ahead and dive in. If you guys would like to get some of those 6 questions, please go ahead and get that piece of paper and pen out if you haven't already. And again, this is stuff for social proof to really get you started, but you can tweak these questions. And again, it's not just for the social proof, like I say, of being able to use this stuff and to share with new potential customers and clients, but this actually will also help create an even bigger, genuine connection with that particular customer or client. And also that feedback that you get, whether it be positive or negative in any specific way, is going to help you figure out the best way for you to serve them and other customers moving forward. So again, there's so many benefits to pushing yourself to getting these testimonials and getting that feedback. And again, just one more reminder, just always getting that explicit permission to use your customers' words. So I'm going to go ahead and kick off the 6 questions. The first one that you can go ahead and ask would be, what hesitations did you have about using our services? So this is a really great one that might help you kind of overcome any initial objections that you get from new potential customers and clients as well, about hesitations that they might have, that people can then share. Yes, this is what I was hesitant of. And then as we move through the other questions, you will hopefully get some additional feedback on how they overcame those hesitations. But start off with asking, what hesitation did you have about using our services? The second question would be, what changes have you noticed in your blank? So that can be a few different things. What changes have you noticed in your life, in your routine, in your business? It's great if you can get any specific numbers or percentages. Like, for example, we work in real estate, so I'm going to use a real estate example, but um, what changes have you noticed in your routine? Like, now that we know that you've moved closer to your job, have you been able to get more time with your family? Have you shortened your drive by 30 minutes a day, giving you 30 minutes back of your time? If it's a commercial property, what changes have you noticed in your business with this new location, right? So these are things that you want to see if you can pull out of how things might have changed and how you impacted these different levels. Like I say, whether it be their life, their business, anything that you want to fill that blank in with. So that's question number 2. Question number 3 is, what specific feature did you like best? So that can be what specific feature or what specific tool, possibly with our business as well, that you liked best out of our services, maybe that they didn't get from something else. So leave it a little bit open. What specific feature did they like best? And you might be surprised sometimes. So to be able to ask these questions and get the feedback is actually really helpful. You'll learn like what your customers and clients value most about the difference of using your services. And then number 4 is, would you recommend our service? Why or why not? And this is a great one to be able to pull kind of short sound bites from for your marketing and testimonials that you go ahead and put on your website or put on your social media and things like that. These can be great. Also, if for some reason you do have someone that says no, they wouldn't recommend your service, this is actually a huge opportunity for improvement, where you can really reevaluate if there's anything that you would have done differently in this circumstance. But also, if you can put your hand on your heart and say that there's nothing that you essentially would have changed in how you were able to deliver that service, then it also gives you a level of opportunity for you to kind of reevaluate um, your marketing of yourself and your services to make sure that you are attracting your ideal customer and not so much of the people that may not be appreciating the level of service and commitment that you have. Because again, we've talked about this before as well, not everybody is for us, and vice versa, and that's okay. So I think it is just being really honest with ourselves and just making sure that we're marketing ourselves to our ideal customers, and it will obviously grow from there using these testimonials as well. But this can be a great tool for making sure you're still targeting those right people and serving them at the best level possible. So the 5th question is there anything else that you would like to add? So this really leaves that space for your customers and clients to give more open feedback, right? Give them that space to be able to do that. And then question number 6, the last one, would be, would you be open to a more in-depth interview? So this is a great way to do kind of customer spotlights, or to do like a video testimonial later. Again, it's something that, because this is the initial survey that would go out like right after utilizing your services, this would give you the opportunity to be able to set that up a little bit later, either with a few people or being able to kind of do that once you've gotten someone that puts their hand up to say yes. It can be a great opportunity for an additional spotlight on that. So those are the 6 questions I would recommend starting off with, which I had gotten from, like I say, the Marie Forleo B School. But some other additional bonuses as well include things like don't disregard also the positive feedback and reviews that you might be getting on your social media. So when you see positive comments on your social media, or even positive inbox messages that you're receiving, make sure you screenshot that and you save that potentially in just a separate, electronic folder that you have. That can be something that you just keep and kind of like build on that. It's not something that you need to use right away, but I think having quite a few of those, that can also be a way of kind of overcoming objections at some points. Or just even as kind of research and development for yourself of knowing what is or is not working the best for your business and the services that you're providing. What is it that lights people up the most about what you're doing and what you're sharing, right? So I think it's important, like I say, to be able to share, to save that also. And if you can get that, green light, that thumbs up from those people that have put those comments out there, to be able to use that in some of your marketing material or on your website and things like that as well, that can be a huge plus. So I think, again, that's a great bonus. And then, if you do have video testimonials, again, it's reminding yourself that these can also be transcribed into written quotes, or pulling some additional kind of written words out of that can then be used as testimonials on your website if you've gotten that permission from them already. Now, when you're talking about length of testimonials, this is one really good question and something that we've actually faced before as well. Sometimes you've got a customer or a client who has been so over the moon happy about your services that they've written paragraphs about how you've helped them. And as amazing as that is, you sometimes need to be able to pare that down, right? And I think the important part about that is when you are like editing that down, making sure that you still get clarity before you're sharing that, online or anything like that. Making sure that, you take that segment out and you send it back to that client and say, I just wanted to make sure I was still capturing the essence of what you were saying. I wanted to take a little snippet out of this. Is this still what you were trying to get across? Like I said, is this still the essence of the comment and the review and the feedback that you were giving me when you wrote out that amazing feedback for me, which I really appreciate. But one huge point I would like to point out in that is genuine enthusiasm trumps everything, right? So don't take out the emotion, don't take out your other potential customers are going to be able to feel the energy from those reviews. So don't take out the emotional points of it that, sometimes as we're paring things down, we might, like I say, start to take that stuff out. But just make sure not to edit that stuff out, the emotions, that positive enthusiasm, Yeah, and really, like I say, I think that this is something that is what's going to continue to snowball even more happy customers and clients. And I'd like to go ahead and end today with a quote that was also shared in that training I did. This is a quote from Andy Cernovitz, and it is, "A happy customer is the greatest advertisement." So, guys, I hope that you enjoyed that today. I would really love to know your feedback on how you felt about this video, how you've noticed testimonials either in your own business, how that has helped bring on more people, or likewise, how you may be reading and reviewing things and utilizing other services because you notice that in other businesses that you're consuming. So as always, I love your feedback on any of these videos, and I look forward to chatting more with you guys later. Wishing you continued peace and progress. Talk later. Bye.